Kaizen, right? And then Kaizen, you can call it Toyotaism, because first they started to do it or apply it in Toyota. That's why we watched the video, Kaizen or Toyotaism, or Kaizen in Toyota. Then we watched another very, very nice video. What was that?
It was speaking about the 4 P's detail.
Who was the teaching?
Writer of this book.
Writer of this book.
One of the authors of this book.
Yeah.
John Besant, Professor John Besant. Last session you saw I also had the book with me. It was the previous edition. It was edition 7. Somehow I couldn't find it in my shelf, but now I found it. Actually, it's not a big difference between this edition and previous edition, no. And it's like maybe 1 year between these two. Now you have the latest. You may also take a look at the latest edition. Yes, it was a video from John Besant, 4 P's of Innovation. So 2 videos, discussions. What else did we do here together?
We also came up with our own ideas, as in what innovations we think about, examples of innovations.
Before I started teaching, I explained a lot of formalities, different PDF forms that are on Canvas. What are they? Two PDF files.
Case studies.
No. Before I start teaching.
One MID and
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
teaching.
Yes. So module information descriptor, I explained it to you. And then in module information descriptor is written that we assess you based on a coursework, group coursework, and closed book exam. And the other form that I showed you was teaching plan, as you say. Teaching plan I updated last night because of this company visit. I changed the name of company visit. And then coursework I also uploaded last night. I don't know if you noticed or if you checked. Not last night, but yesterday around 5, 6 o'clock. Are you here, my friend? Are you here? No telephones, please. Yes. Later on, I will tell you about about the coursework. You will see the deadline, and then I expect you to inform me about your groups as soon as possible. But it's the last point here. Yes, that's what we did mainly last session. Today, as you see, I have again a video for you, plus a case study. I really like this case because it is from India, Aravind Eye Care Clinics in India. And yes. Let's watch the video first. Was it interesting? Yes, it was a case, like reading a case study, but in a small fish bar. And
Watching is better than reading. Study.
yeah, sometimes. But because of the accent, their accent, it's also sometimes difficult to follow, to understand what they say. I tried to click on the, what's called? Subtitle, but there was no subtitle there. Maybe it is there, but I couldn't find it.
We have the script if anyone wants to
Yes,
read.
I have also, because of that reason, I have also uploaded the script PDF file. It's there. And the video is also always there. You can watch it later. Yeah. Among these 4 P's, one of them that is a little bit more difficult or tricky is the innovation paradigm. Because product or services are clear, you can see, right? For example, what was the innovative product that they had in this case?
Fish and chips.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
What
the
else?
battle is fought.
Yeah. Chicken.
Chicken bouzon sauce.
Yes.
Chicken bouzon.
He also had something else he
And I
explained.
think
And the packaging
packaging.
has a
Packaging.
steam hole
Yeah.
so that it doesn't get like soggy.
Yeah. Most of innovations they had, are they radical or incremental?
Yeah.
There are not big changes, there are not things that we have never seen in our life, or we say, wow, what is it, how to eat it, how to use it. No, there are small changes. But again, last session we tried to define innovation. We said there are two key words you need to remember. If that, whatever happening, make changes in our lives, and if they create value. These are small changes in this case. These are small things in this case make changes and create value for customers, right? So we call them innovation, but they are not very big steps. They are not radical innovation. They are incremental innovation. And I like what he said in the beginning, fulfilling the dream. If there is something that people did not really expect to have, or for many years it used to be a dream, but now it happens, then it is innovation in paradigm. Right? Like these days, it's really a dream to go to the moon or other planets, right? But it might be possible one day, very easy. We just buy a ticket tomorrow, we fly. For many years, difficult and expensive, but if it happens, then it's innovation in paradigm. There were things that we did last session, but there were things that we didn't do. I did not go through slides, right? We just discussed, and I used whiteboard and video, but then these slides that I have, I didn't go through. I would like to show you these slides after break. Shall we have 10 minutes break? Yeah. Let's do that. And it's there on Canvas for 2 weeks. What is innovation? 4 types of innovation: radical, incremental, sources of innovation, where do they come from, innovation process, and so on, and the case. We discussed last time that innovation is all about change, and a kind of change that creates value. If I change the color of my shirt and does not create value, does not really do anything, then it's not innovation. But it should be by creating value from ideas. And what Michael Porter, father of strategy, he has a lot of strategy models. Here also, we talk about competitive advantage. No telephone, my friend, here. All this repetition is for you, as you were absent last time. Why do we bother ourselves? Why do we want to be innovative, to be different? It's costly to be different and innovative, right? To compete in the market. So Michael Porter says companies achieve competitive advantage through acts of innovation. They approach innovation in the broader sense, including new technologies and new ways of doing things, like new processes, like what we saw in Toyota, or even new ways of doing things we can do in classroom, Kaizen in classroom. Does it make sense to you to have Kaizen in classroom? Yes? I'll show you. I have an article. Academic journal article. If I can switch my... Okay. Bringing Kaizen to the classroom. It's not only applicable in big companies like Toyota. It can be also in classroom. Do small things to improve, incremental improvements, to reduce time, to reduce cost, to reduce pollution, errors. Yeah? So, go back to slides. Then we also explain the difference between innovation and invention. Are you here? Yeah. Innovation and invention. And I had examples of Examples of who?
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison, yes. Is it clear? They are not the same. This, we call it innovation space. 4 P's of innovation, as you see, it's not exactly like 4 P's of marketing. Sometimes in exams, students write price because they confuse it with the 4 P's of marketing. There is no price here. Position, paradigm, process, and product or services. And then here they can be incremental or radical. And it's not like either or. It can be in between. It can be in between, you see? Is it clear? Now, products, what we offer to the world. What we offer can be services and products. We had an example of a lot of services, like Microsoft Teams, like Zoom, like delivery, right? Different types of delivery. Or Too Good To Go app. Do you have Too Good To Go app? Yes. These are innovation in services. And these are innovation in products. Products, we have thousands of them in this room. These are innovation in products. What you have in front of you, what you have in your hands, they are all innovation in products. This is a smart board, right? This is innovation, isn't it? In products. Then processes, like installing 3D design software in an R&D department. Like many years ago, architectures were doing everything by hand, right? But now there are a lot of softwares they can use, and then they can see, and then they can print even a 3D product. What's the time now?
16.
Yes. The reason I write here because we have to come back 10 past 9. Not 16, not 20, not half an hour, 10 minutes, okay? Innovation in processes. Skype. Well, we don't have that anymore. But at that time, it was innovation. It was really nice, right? And other VoIP systems, eBay. The reason I have eBay because it's like online shopping. That, again, many years ago, we didn't have online shopping, but it makes our life easier and faster. And it is changing in processes of doing things, right? Process of buying, process of shopping. And also airlines, what airlines try to do to try to reduce turnaround time. Do you know what turnaround time means?
Timing to close an activity. Like you have a duration to open and end an activity.
Yeah. For example, an airline, how can they do it? To be more efficient, to be faster, cheaper, and fly on time, prepare everything on time, fly on time.
Reducing time of arrival and departure in between.
Yeah, but how can they do it?
Innovation, technological changes,
Yeah, give me an
process
example.
changes.
Like online checking.
Yeah, that's one of them. What else? Suitcases. Should they carry them by hand, one by one? No. Then again, they have barcode, they have systems, and they have lifts, they have a lot of machineries, right? They do all of this fast. They need to clean, they take all whatever used stuff, food out, and then put them in. If they do everything manually, it takes ages. But then they use different systems and different machinery. They do everything faster, right? Yes, these are innovation in processes. Position, like change the market. If you see something interesting here in Denmark, but the people in your country have not seen or have not experienced that, you will offer to that world, to a different world. So for them, it's a change that creates value. So for them, it's innovation. And that's why we call it innovation in position. Like lawnmowers. They are normally heavy and in dark colors. Not these robots these days, but like big, heavy lawn mowers. They are mainly men friendly, like, right? But if there is a lawn mower that is light and pink, so you change the market or the focus from men to women, make them more women friendly. Yeah. That's one example. Another example of innovation in position is Häagen-Dazs. I clearly remember the video from John Besant last week. He explained this. Ice cream is ice cream. But this company tried to change the position from kids to grown-ups. Kids don't really care about the quality of ice cream. If you give them something sweet and tasty and colorful, they are happy. But grown-ups, they care. They would like to have high quality vanilla from Madagascar and dark chocolates from Belgium and different flavors. And they are also okay to pay for that if an ice cream is like 100 kron, but good quality. That's why they try to change the market from kids to grown-ups. I go ahead with the last one, innovation in paradigm, like fulfilling the dream. Like when I was, the first time I flew was when I was like 22 years old, because it was expensive to fly. And it used to be even more expensive. So really, as a student at university, I could not afford to fly, even in my country. So for many years, it was a dream for me. Was it the same, or is it the same in your country or countries?
It was when I was a high school student.
But now it's not, right? There are a lot of cheap airlines. Here, for example, if we would like to take from, especially in European countries, from here to London, you can buy tickets for, I don't know, I have heard 100, 200 krones. It's even cheaper by any other. From here to Copenhagen by train is even more expensive, right? Yes. So it's not a dream anymore. It's all about fulfilling a dream. Yes, some more explanation here. Building totally customized products for customers' individual orders. Reframe the way we look at something. And examples of these airlines are Ryanair, EasyJet, what else? Pegasus is Turkish airline. Pegasus and, I take this because I forget it. Yeah, when we talk about this innovation space, you can either explain it or put it examples from different places like airline, lawnmower, ice cream, this and this and that, or like this one, it's just one company. All these examples are in one company. Like this fish bar that you saw, they had all these 4 types of innovation and they explained. This is also one company. I would like you to tell me what company is this? What do they do? I think I can zoom in a bit.
It's a gardening company.
Yeah, it is. As you see, trimmer manufacturing to film in Czech Republic. All of these are in your book. I do not have the name of the company, but it is there. I can find it for you. Install 3D design software to these lawn mowers. Track and users to see what products they feel and add value. Link gardening to homemaking advertising. It's a company from Czech Republic. So they can have innovation in a lot of things. In paradigm, position, products, services, something in their marketing, right? Yes. Any question so far? Clear? This one we wash together. And I also try to, yes, this is better. These we also discussed last time, radical and incremental innovations. I heard last week Apple launched Apple's or iPhone 17, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the difference between this and the 16?
16 had a button and this one.
No difference. Majorly it's the design difference. The
Design
Yeah.
software is very similar to 16.
So is it radical or incremental?
Incremental.
Incremental, yeah. But they can still sell the product. Why? Because because it still make changes in some people's life and create value for them. And this value, things that have value for me are not the same for you because it's also depends on gender, age, culture. I don't care. It does not really create value for me. But for those who would like to show off or have the latest technologies and all brands, so they want to have, right? Yes. And we also mentioned last session that most of innovations around us are incremental innovations. Why most are incremental?
Because the risk is low, the cost is low, and can be done easily at efficient time.
Mm-hmm. What about market? Is it difficult to find customers?
No.
In
We already
incremental,
have a
no.
customer base, so
Yeah,
it's not very.
they know already these products, and they know quality is good and is a little bit better, for example. Yeah, it's not completely new to people, to the market. They don't need to do a lot of efforts for advertising and so on. And then some example of historic radical innovations, like when we had them for the first time, right? Like telephone for the first time, light bulb for the first time, television, and so on, World Wide Web. If I give you this for the exam, explain 4 P's of innovation as well as radical incremental innovation and give examples. Some forget to give examples of position, both radical and incremental. They give example of only radical, for example, not incremental. Or, yeah, it's messy. But to avoid that and make it more clear for yourself, it's better to do such a thing. It's better to make a table and here write product / services. Or add one more here, product, and then the next one, services. And then radical, incremental. So you make sure that you explain all of them, both radical and incremental. See, there are also a lot of good examples. Zara, this one, Six Sigma, it is similar to Kaizen, to reduce waste and incremental and innovation in processes. And then a lot of more examples here. If you would like to have full access to this with a lot of examples, so you can see Haagen-Dazs here or here, and you see IBM here, then I refer you to the book. The table is in the book. For example, in your book is written that the company that moved from product-based to service-based is IBM. You know IBM, the American company that produced a lot of computers. And they sold the last computer, Lenovo, to China. And now they focus more on consulting. And consulting is services. They are still innovative, but they shift radically from product-based to services. Hmm? I think it's now time to, how many slides? We have had 19 slides so far. Now it's difficult to focus for a long time. I'd like you to read this, please. It is short, it's 4 pages, I think. 3-4 pages.
Individually or group?
Individually first. First read and understand. Yes. If you are ready, you have the answer, go ahead. Raise your hand and we can do it. But if you need to think more or discuss together, then I'll give you more time. Yeah, let's discuss together. We have plenty of time. Discuss 10 minutes, then maybe we take a break. After break, we finish it. Shall we do that? 10 minutes discussing it together.
We need to discuss in groups or
Group of 2, 3. Yeah, 2 or 3.
Oh, I should have followed that.
Please raise your hand and go ahead. Yes, please.
Product, we think that there was one product which they created, intraocular lens. So that was something which was not available in India and it had to be imported. And so that's why he created his own lab, Oro Lab, to create this product. So based on that, it could be a radical innovation because it was not at all available in India. And he's made his own product.
Yes.
but it was in the other
It
country.
was available elsewhere, but it was not available in India. And based on the price also, they made the reduction.
I fully agree that that's the product they have. So I have to write it here. But then again, it's a little bit tricky. You see it as radical, many see it as incremental, right?
Because I think because incremental, because it was already there in the whole world. It's just that they used to get it imported from.
Now they produce themselves.
Yes, and because it was not ever available in India, so they produce it themselves. So that's the reason I mentioned it as.
Is it written clearly that it was not available in India?
Because it is
I'm
written
not
that
really-
it was an expensive product which was imported.
Imported, yeah.
Ah, yeah, okay, now I get it. So it means that when people see, they don't say, wow, what is it? We haven't seen it before, first time. They have seen it before.
They have seen it, of course.
But then, yeah, and then it's expensive, they produce themselves. So it makes more sense to say it's here. Agree?
Incremental.
All of you?
So like boats, you know what they do? The same thing.
Thank you.
They manufactured in India.
Do they have any product that is, a product that is radical?
They manufacture.
Can we talk about the price? Where should we talk about the pricing thing? That the price, that they completely change.
First,
Position? Yeah, position. Okay.
Services, what is
I
the
think
service?
Cataract.
Aravind has taken inspiration from companies like McDonald's and Ford and all. So what I gather from the case studies, these kind of changes, like what he tried, like a McDonald's model, high volume things at a low cost service, has never been utilized in a medical sector. So that context, it's radical innovation as a service. But incremental innovation as a service, there are a few of them. but I think if we first identify the radical, this
Mhm.
high volume service at a low cost for medical sector, especially eye, is actually radical, because now even the global industries are now looking at to bring the same thing on heart surgery. That's what it says.
Yeah.
So that means in medical sector it has never been tried, even though it was in food and car and other
Yeah.
automotive industry.
Yeah, thank you. One more thing. Could be some of these innovations that we discuss at the same time make sense, and you place it here, at the same time you can place it here. Do you agree? Have you done the same?
Yes.
Yes. So, I listen to you and I try to, or we try together to fill in this. So, what should I write here now?
Incremental services.
Cataract surgery
Um,
and training the specialist.
And also during the process of operation, because that was also not very
That's a
it's
radical.
not advisable. Like
Yeah.
one surgeon was
Yeah.
operating with two
two
patients, which is not there ever, like even in US and because of
And
the infection. But they still did it, and it was a
Does that
success.
can you categorize that into process?
Process,
Yeah.
That can be a
Yeah.
Again, that's the confusion there too.
process or
Yeah,
service,
because it's a
service
process
also, and
also.
yeah, it could be a process.
Because the innovation is in the process.
Yeah.
Because the services like they were.
Now
taken
please
to
focus on this one.
Service.
Later we go there.
They also had feedback sessions that I think comes in the service, because many
Yeah.
hospitals at
Don't
that
do
time
it.
was not doing that. So they were taking interviews and feedbacks from the patients.
Yes.
Post operation.
Yeah, post operation, that how they felt and everything, which was very unique at that time. So
Also, whatever they are doing now, it has been in a small scale in the beginning. They did not have such a big place.
They are providing the service cataract surgery is low cost, but like other low cost services, they are not compromising on the quality.
Yes.
So as a customer, I will look into that.
What about process? Again, I would like one of you who are quiet sitting there. Do they have innovation in process?
They are doing the surgery like parallel to two patients at the same time. On the type of that.
Yes, good.
70% like here it's written 70% of activities are carried out by the team of 4 nurses, supporting surgeons. So everybody is working as a team and they are like doing surgery at the same time throughout the surgery.
Yes. I agree. You also agree? They reduce time now. They do 32 within half
From
an hour,
30
20
to
minutes.
10 minutes.
What else? There are more. There is again something about rate.
infection rate.
Did you find infection rate?
Infection rate.
I also think it is process. That's what I'm thinking. Huh?
4 per 10,000 cases at that hospital, and in UK it's published that it was 6 per 10,000 people.
Even when they are not using the same process.
Because you are sitting very far from me, I have difficulty.
and with the quality that falls under radical for Indian people.
But it's not relevant to this paradigm right now. I'm saying this fulfilling the dream, that they could not really fulfill their dream before. Should I put it here or here?
Both. It can be both.
You know, this is not really a line like this. I'll show you this also. There is not a line like this and it is completely here, it's completely here. There are some a little bit here, a little bit there,
Okay.
right? It's not yes and no, not mathematics. Somewhere here, somewhere close to here. And these are some of those sources. I would like you to take a look at this model carefully and then tell me where innovation comes from. Maybe you take your time, 5 minutes. Where innovation comes. You are not ready? You? Who should I ask? Okay, you start.
There could be multiple wishes. The first one I feel is recombinant innovation.
This one?
Because idea as an application in one world was transferred to the new context. That is nothing but he took ideas and applications from McDonald's and Ford and taking that huge volume with less cost. So that is one.
Ford, McDonald's, what else? There was one more.
Airlines.
There was no Toyota?
Yeah.
Also Toyota. I fully agree. Recombinant innovation. Yes. There are at least 4. You raise your hand. Tell me the second.
Yeah, and to me, I think the shocks to the system was also the one thing.
Which
Because-
shock?
I mean, because from before it was like not the thing to have the low cost surgeries. So the events, the way they were thinking about those surgeries were changed and they innovate into the new directions.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
You know, normally I explain this fully and then I give you the case, but then I can also explain here. What I know about this shock to the system, it means economical shock, like crisis, or means
Like COVID.
not like COVID, exactly, or a shock like a very very bad terror attack. Yeah, these are shock to the system, but here has not been really a big shock to the system. I do not see it in that way, that it has been a shock.
Okay, so these are the economics ones that we talk about, or the big changes that.
Yeah, big shocks to different systems, social system, technological system, and so on. Yeah.
Forces.
Yes.
Innovation is force.
Okay, you please.
Watching others, innovation arises from imitating or extending what others do.
Yeah.
So, if for example, in urban daycare thing, there was this thing in the world going on, but obviously they were watching it, but then they came up with something new to it, like adding on to it, like low cost and everything. But
Yes.
obviously it comes from somewhere. It's not completely a new seed coming up suddenly. So that way it's always a imitation. Well, I will not say
What
that
is-
copying.
Which
but
company did they watch?
actually, this thing was going like they have a race. Like the other hospitals were doing it in this rate, so we wanted it to do it in a better rate and everything and in low cost.
But they did not mention about those other hospitals in the
Yeah,
case.
there were no medical companies mentioned, but obviously these companies mentioned,
Yeah.
which was not related to the medical thing.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, obviously that doesn't matter.
Because what did they learn from those? They learned low cost and high speed.
And they also mentioned this here that after the low cost thing that the airlines is not taken. Now the airlines has taken. So it does not stick to the industry, but the idea goes from different from one industry to different industry.
Yeah. Like Kaizen,
It was not just the need of an individual, but it was a need of a wide demography who could not afford to have a surgery.
Yeah.
So that just forced the innovation out there. And
He has been living in America, right? Dr. V. Had a good life and so on. Then he saw there is an opportunity or there is a need. Very many people suffer from that in India, and he said he has to do something. He'd go back to India, and we all know that necessity is mother of invention and innovation. Needful. Yes, I agree. Who else?
I think exploring the alternate future and opening to different possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was available, but it was very costly before. And he saw that somewhere in future it can be done in lower cost. So
Yeah.
he saw the future, some alternate future, and also different possibilities as it will allow lots of people to have that treatment in low cost.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. Yeah, makes sense. Also makes sense to you?
Yeah, I was going to say that point.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah, great. Tell me more.
Like they have the team of the nurses. I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead. You are right.
Supporting poor nurses and the assistant acting young nurses, and it's like a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. You agree? If they do not have the access to knowledge or a lot of equipments, then they cannot produce lenses. I have asked where do innovations come from? Support your answer with examples. You don't have to write about all of them, but at least five of them. There are 9, I think, or even more. There are more. I'll explain this better next time. Yeah. Easy peasy. You just deliver. And then coursework I uploaded on Canvas last night is this one. You need to yourself, your group, choose a company. And then company should not be Google, Tesla, Apple, Facebook, Airbnb. Should be a company that, new for you. So you learn something new, a new challenge. If you would like to do marketing and innovation and leadership, everything about Apple or about Tesla and Elon Musk and so on, you don't learn much. It should be a different company. And then the next step is the problem statement. The problem that you, to explain the problem or solve the problem, you use different theories and models. And these theories and models should be mainly innovation models and theories. You can, of course, use some of the marketing models or strategy models here and there, but it's not a strategy coursework. It's not a marketing coursework. You should also use some of the theories that you learn in this class. And then the deadline, 12th of December.